Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken short.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! Here
we go, D. Here I come again.
White.
Here I come again.
Begin.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
21.
52. They can't hang with us.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert 3. Check.
21. Here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Hey, D-line, let's get in there, man.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
13. Hey, my 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and it's complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive with a give to Allen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
We got 4.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Kill, kill, kill. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the sit.
On 2nd down, it's Allen, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Now a carry for Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start to...
It got his man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll run with Allen. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, Allen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Like 50. You ain't doing none of that.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
San Francisco.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Niners 14, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now. It's Allen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's caught by Smith. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught. A big pickup of 38. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Orbit. 56 to Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On first down, Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56, right? 56.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Shift.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check safety, check safety. On the ball.
Now Allen. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Edmonds. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
56, check 56. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
On 3rd down, it's Allen, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Allen. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now a give right side. It's Allen, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's make these babies crawl.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Allen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Edmonds. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chase Edmonds, his second touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Jackson now to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 3, check 3. Switch it.
13.
Checking. Scratch. Hey, check 24.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
11. 11. 21. Undercrunch.
On second down, it's Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Right there. All day, baby.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
San Francisco.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Two. White. Joker. 21. Here we go.
First down, here's White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You got it. You got it.
12.
44, come on.
Hey, C6.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box truck.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The open man is Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Niners 28, Chiefs 19.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Jackson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a give right side. Allen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Black 80!
Oh, you got deep? Double tight, guys, double tight. Pull down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.